funny story about this. I can't remember the brand name. I've written an article about them and used their name specifically because it was a great experience. The room rate was $49 a night, okay? I walked in to check in, and I was doing some work with a construction company, and they were all meeting in this little town, and there I am hired to do my speech. And they pulled out a basket of candy bars, not regular size, but jumbo size candy bars that cost $2, $3 to go to the store and buy. And they said, we don't put mints on the pillow, but instead we know you like chocolate, or everybody likes chocolate. Would you like a candy bar? Take as many as you'd like. I took one big, huge Snickers, recognizing that $2 was 5% of the cost of my room.
Wow.
Here I am still talking about it and remembering. It's been so many years, and I apologize for not, I actually remember the franchise organization. I don't remember which brand of that franchise it was. But the point is, they created this little extra experience. And by the way, then the person behind the front desk said, and Mr. Hyken, I wanted this to be a moment of magic. Moment of magic? How did you, do you know that's what I talk about? She says, yes, I do, because I was in the audience 2 months ago when you spoke at our national convention.
Stop it.
There you go. There you go.
Whoa. Shep, expound on this a little bit if you don't mind for us. This concept of moments of magic, why has that become something that people look for those moments when they come to your presentations? They can't wait for when you actually bring it up. What's a moment of magic, and why do people get so fired up about them?
Sure. So the moment of magic is my version or my word for the positive moment of truth, which is an interaction that you have with a customer, client, whatever it is. So back in the early 1980s, Jan Carlson ran an airline. He took over Scandinavian Airlines when it was losing millions of dollars. And he said, the only way we turn this around is to manage all the interactions that we have with our passengers. The reservation, the curbside check-in, ticket counter, gate, on the plane. He said the customer goes through a journey, or the passenger goes through a journey. And I'm not talking about a journey on the plane. No, the journey of how they do business with you. I've already mentioned, the reservations and the curbside check-in. All of that is part of their journey. And he says if we manage those interactions to be positive, those passengers are going to want to fly on our planes again. If not, they're going to continue to fly the competition. We'll be out of business. And he said the moments of truth go one of two ways. They're good or they're bad. So I took this idea, which by the way was very timely for the airlines, Scandinavian Airlines, but it turned out to be a timeless idea because even today, 1980s, when he wrote this article and then a book titled Moments of Truth, even today, 40 years later, it's still a valid concept. So the moment of truth is when you manage the interaction. The positive moment of truth I refer to as a moment of magic versus a negative one that's a moment of misery. And by the way, add a third one. We've already talked about fine. That's the moment of mediocrity. So you want to avoid mediocrity, avoid misery, and try to create the magic. And again, magic isn't over the top, it's just a little bit better than average. And it's the consistent and predictable above average experiences, hence moments of magic, that make great companies.
Captain Brewster, heavy sustained injury.
Drop dead, you asshole!
I'm unable to comply.